Hello and welcome back to my channel. I've been away, but we won't talk about that. I talked about that in my last video, which isn't up yet because I had a technical problem last night. Don't really want to go into all that, it's fixed now. So this video is going to be leapfrogging it because of course we can't not talk about this. This arrived today and I am filming it straight after work for you guys. I've had my tea, but yeah, apart from that, I'm filming it straight after work for you guys because I wanted you guys to just see this beauty. Because this is beautiful. I'm going to enclose some like close-ups of all this for you guys, which I'll insert here. But yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, we're obviously going to swatch it against the original. This is the original Pat McGrath and Bridgerton, two side by side. I think you'll see that the one in the blue, the original one, to me that leans more pink. There doesn't seem to be as much colour variety in this one as there is in this one. This one's more, there's more of a variety in this one, I'd say. Whereas this one, as I say, apart from that pop of blue, you'd say it's all like monotone, pretty monotone. So yeah, now I'm going to swatch the similar colours next to each other and we'll see what we think about that. Because if you're anything like me, you'll think that these two shades in this one and these two pinks in this one they look very similar. I'm not sure if yeah, I mean, I suppose I should say that this one is most similar probably to this one, although I feel that that one's got a bit more brown. I don't know, but we're gonna swatch them anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and we'll see what we really think. So I'm just gonna hop off camera, swatch these, and I'll be right back. Okay, and these beauties are all the swatches. So beautiful, and there is a lot more variety in this one. If you held back on the first one because you didn't want an all pink palette, then this is definitely the version that you need. We'll go from the very top. So that pale shade at the top is Refinement. Then the sort of pinky terracotta kind of shade is Regency Romance. Then this beautiful shimmer is Diamond's Desire. Then we have Forbidden Amour, which is that shade just there. Then this minty green. It looks blue on camera, but I'd say it's more of a minty green in person, is Daring Dandy. And then we have Forever Charmed, which is beautiful. So these are... These are the swatches. And like I said, I'd say that's got a lot more variety than the first release. So if you wanted variety, I think you've got it with this one. Gorgeous, stunning shades, and for the value, I think it was 10% off on launch, £50 in the UK. Would have to put the US prices up on the screen because I'm not familiar. But yeah, so with the code on launch, it was 10% off. So for £45, I am very happy. And so you get formulas that you probably wouldn't normally get, like this one and this one, at that price point with Pat McGrath. So I know you get 6 shades and not 10, is it? No, I think it's 10, 12. In the Mothership palettes, and there probably isn't as much product in here. These are, does it say? Total 6.6 grams, net weight 0.23 ounces. So they probably are, I mean, probably to look at the pans, they probably are a bit smaller. As I said, I don't have many Motherships. The 2 Motherships I do have, I'm a bit of a newbie to Pat McGrath, to be honest. I'm more Charlotte Tilbury and Colourpop type thing, but I mean, I have been trying to get into Pat McGrath a bit more mainly because of these beautiful releases that we get, because Charlotte Tilbury don't seem to do collabs, maybe because it's not necessarily the thing for luxury brand to do collabs. So I'm happy that Pat McGrath has started to do collabs. Yeah, so no, I mean, that goldy shimmer, I say it doesn't seem to be like it's just gold. It has got some sort of like duochrome, maybe flip a little bit. I mean, it is gold, but when you first start to swatch it, I'm just going to put a bit on my hand, you wouldn't necessarily think gold. You could think dark green, so it's sort of like a dark lime green. I mean, it's not, I don't think. I think it is meant to be gold, and it is gold, but it's not. You can see the way it shifts in the light. It doesn't seem to just be gold. So that's really nice. I say that shimmer shade, this one, it's not a disappointment at all. It's absolutely beautiful. Love it. The fact it's not a monochromatic type palette is going to make it harder for me to create a look with this, but I'm up for the challenge, obviously. Okay. So let's take this shade here. Let's just see if we can do this in a better way. Okay, so if we take this shade here and then this shade here, let's see how close in colour they really are. So I'm going to put the new one on the top of my hand and the older one on the bottom. Right, okay, so new one on the top, old one on the bottom. On camera, I'd say the new one's got more of a white reflect to it, and this one's got more of a light pink, peachy reflect. In person, on my hand, I really can't see much of a difference. But clearly looking on camera, there is a slight difference. So this one seems more shiny. I don't think it's not where I'm positioning my hand in relation to the ring light. This one is more pale than this one, but for all intensive purposes, you could probably use them for the same thing. You know, if you were going to use it for an inner corner highlight or whatever, they probably both serve that purpose. So there's that. And then let's take this shade here with this one here. New one on the top, old one on the bottom. Again, this one is lighter than this one. Oops. Yeah, so that's lighter than that, I think you can see. So they are different, but again, I think they serve the same function in the palette, to be like a deepening type shade. Let's So, right, so we're going to do this middle shade up here next, along with this one and this one. So I think they are 3 different shades of pink, but I'm just going to swatch. Right, okay. So yeah, again, 3 different shades. The top one is from the newer palette. This is the one from the top row, the pink from the top row in the middle of the older palette. And that is the pink from the bottom right-hand corner of the older palette. So yeah, different shades. I mean, are they different enough? That's up for you to decide. But yeah, this one's more of a terracotta, that's more of a like pastel pink, and that's a deep pink, I'd say. So yeah. And the next one everyone wants to see probably is how the blues compare. As I say, I don't think the one in the new palette is a blue. I'd say it's more of a minty green, so I'm not expecting to see these look the same, but for comparison we will do this one with this one. So that one, that one. Completely different. Completely different. Say the top is a minty green and it's not one of those special foils. It's a metallic, but it's not one of those special foils like the blue one below it. So yeah, different again. So yeah, these are not the same palette. I mean, some of the shades you could say are pretty similar, especially that first shade. They don't look, those first shades that I said could be used as an inner corner highlight. This one and this one. They don't look the same when you look at them. The one that I said is lighter does actually look lighter. But yeah, these aren't the same palette. As I say, you could say with the pinks and stuff they're going for the same sort of vibe. But yeah, they're not the same. So yeah, so this is the lipstick that I got. I got the shade Négligée, which is the nudie. I can't remember how she described it on her website, but it was probably the nude colour that she had. Now, what I've noticed about this is, right, if I rest these on my hand, oops, can you see that? There is a size difference here. Now, I think, because that is about level there. Right, so you'll see that the black one, which is a standard release, is just a couple of whiskers bigger than the pink one. Now, to me, when I took this out the packaging, I thought this is really light. I mean, it's not light, it's not like, it doesn't weigh nothing, but I thought it feels lighter than what I expect. And this, to me, plastic. If it's not plastic, I'll be very surprised. But this, yeah, this is very light. This is plastic. Okay. Now I don't believe. I mean, if this is plastic, it's a more luxury plastic. But this is plastic in my eyes. Whether it actually is or not, don't know. But plastic. I'd say. So yeah, colour looks like this. Okay, that is Négligée swatched on my hand, which is a nice pale nude colour. I'd say it's like a beachy nude colour. Yeah, that underneath it's nowhere near the same. That is Christie. From Pat McGrath also. It's not as shiny either. I don't think I've had any in this formula. I don't know if it's a new formula, but I've not had any SatinAllure, I don't think. But I mainly order matte lipsticks, so that's probably not a surprise to anybody. Right. Let's see what we've got here. That's not going to be anywhere near. Let's just swatch it anyway. That one at the bottom is Softcore. Again, I didn't think that would be anywhere near. We got this one. Divine Rose we have here. These are just some I picked up in the Pat McGrath. Turns out when you keep wittering your battery dies. But I did film a video yesterday on that over battery, so I shouldn't really be surprised. But anyway, Right, so that one at the bottom, what did I say it was? Divine Rose, which isn't... Christie's probably the closest on that. But yeah, I only really buy matte lipsticks because I find that the shiny ones sort of, you know, like the Kissing Formula and whatnot, I find they wear off quicker throughout the day, so I try to just buy matte lipsticks, even though I still have the problem of them wearing off anyway. And that one at the bottom there is Amour. So yeah, they're the Pat McGrath comparisons that I've got here. Now I'm just going to do some Charlotte Tilbury comparison. Négligée at the top with Very Victoria from Charlotte Tilbury. As I say, I don't have many kissing... I do have Kissing Formula, and there are going to be some in here like this one. This is Penelope Pink. Okay, that's Penelope Pink underneath Very Victoria and Négligée at the top there. So yeah, this one, I mean, this doesn't get a lot of use in my house, Penelope Pink, because I find it a bit pale for me, but it's just me. Right, Bitch Perfect. This is where I'm expecting to see maybe something similar happen here. Right, so that is Négligée and that is Bitch Perfect. So yeah, I think that's a bit more orange than that. So yeah, I do have Kissing Formula, but not many of them. Super Fabulous. I would have loved to have compared it to Catwalking, but Super Fabulous is the one at the bottom, Négligée at the top. I would have loved to have compared it to Catwalking, but it went through the washing machine recently, and we don't talk about that. It didn't end well. It might have been alright if it had only gone through the washing machine, but then it went through the dryer as well. Ugh. Don't know who let that happen, but right, let's just do that one. Right, this one down the side is Super You. So Négligée, Super You. I say these are all Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I say I've only got Pat McGrath and Charlotte Tilbury down today. I didn't bring down do that one down that side. I didn't bring down any Colourpop ones or anything. I just thought I'd stick with luxury brands. Right, this is Glowing Jen and Négligée. So still not quite. I mean, the formulas are different, but yeah. And then the last one I've got here is Mrs. Kisses, I think. Yes. Let's just pop it at the top. Right where my knuckle is, but anyway. Yes, this not very good swatch at the top is Mrs. Kisses and then Négligée below it. So say this one is Négligée and then there are all the other swatches around it. So I've not got anything that's exactly the same. As I say, would have loved to have compared it to Catwalking, but yeah, Catwalking went through the washing machine and dryer. Right, so without further ado, I'm going to apply this bad girl. So let's see how we look, shall we? No, I really like that. I'm glad I opted for this colour. No, that is a nice colour, really. Packaging lets it down ever so slightly, I'd say, with this, because, as I say, apart from the bow, it is what I'd call a plastic case, and for a luxury brand, I think I was looking around for a Colourpop one, but I don't think I have any down here. But I think the Colourpop brand even has packaging not as good as this. But then again, I mean, I suppose if it keeps the price down, maybe it's worth doing it in plastic. Although I don't think there was a particular price difference, but I suppose, I mean, I don't know what the normal ones are and what the collab ones are. But as I say, I suppose if it's a cost thing, then maybe it's a good thing. But if it's to save them money and not to save the consumer money, then put it in the proper, you know, put it in the heavier, more luxury packaging. Then, you know. So yeah, that is my thoughts on this baby. Am I glad I got it? Yes. Would I like to get more colours? Going off this, then definitely yes. Because I think it's a beautiful colour and it's one I can see myself reaching for. I mean, I will admit that, like with this, I haven't been reaching for it probably as much as I probably should have, considering the cost. But that might be why I don't reach for it, 'cause it's more a luxury palette and for work and stuff. I mean, I don't really wear a lot of makeup to work because of time constraints in the morning, rushing around, you know. But even if I did have a bit more time, I don't think I'd reach for that one, just because I don't have time to do the look justice. But that's just me. Right, but anyway, without further ado, we are going to do the eye look. So I'm going to hop off camera, zoom you guys in, prime my eyes, and we will get started. Be right back. Okay, if you're not familiar with my videos, I've primed my eyes with the usual that I use. This is the Revolution cut crease canvas in the shade Illustrate. So that is what I tend to use. I do have it in the shade Halo as well. The packaging on that eye base is not good because it leaks all the time on both the colours I have, and I don't think it's the way I'm looking after them. Anyway, so this beauty. I think I'm just going to take this one, which is called Regency Romance, and I'm going to start running that in my crease. So yeah. That sits really nice. I suppose if you wanted just something to colour your lids, you know, like, and not bother with anything else, I suppose you could do this. Pardon me, I'm going to just dust off my brush on my Sigma switch. So when I say dust off my brush, I'm not like, I'm using a proper like, makeup brush, you know, cleaner. I mean, I do wash my brushes properly. I do. Always wash your brushes so you don't get bacteria growing on them, but these are pretty clean brushes. I think this one was actually new yesterday, an actual new brush, so I mean, I do look after my brushes. So yeah, now we're going to go into this bad boy just here. This is Forbidden Amour, and I'm going to run that towards the outer corners. Right, I will try and tidy that up afterwards. It's not going to be like that. So. Yeah, the hardest bit for me is the fact that I'm right-handed and trying to do this on camera. Sometimes it's easier for me to look at the viewfinder than it is for me to look at the mirror. Right, I'm going to dust this brush off and just try and blend that with like a plain brush, you know. So I'm just going to dust that off and just see if I can just tidy this up just a little bit. I mean, being that this is luxury shadow, I shouldn't have too many blending issues. Now you could probably just leave it like that. I think that one needs a bit more to match that, but yeah, you could probably just leave. You could probably just leave the look like that, but then you wouldn't use any special shades, would you? So who wants to do that? Right. Oh. I want to use them all. Would I look weird if I use them all? Gonna give it a shot. Right, but these are all like, I'm into like the finger shades now, because these are all this one, this one, this one, and this one are all metallics, and I've just used these two. So, well, when I say metallics, you know, I mean they're not mattes. So we are going to take the mint green colour, which is called Daring Dandy, and I'm going to put that towards my inners and see how that looks. That is perfect for spring. That really is perfect for spring. Yeah, they definitely had spring in mind with this one. They definitely had spring in mind when doing this one. But then I suppose they knew when the new season of Bridgerton was coming out. But I mean, on that subject, I'd be interested to know how many people have actually bought this palette because they're big Bridgerton fans, and then how many people have bought it because of the hype. I'm pretty much, I've bought it because of the hype type person. I haven't actually watched any Bridgerton yet. I keep meaning to, I just haven't got round to it, I'm not gonna lie. I say one day I will stop talking to the viewfinder, so if you're finding it off-putting, I'm really sorry. But yeah. No, it looks pretty, I mean, I say you could leave it like this even, but we're gonna go again for another step here. So I'm gonna add this to the outers and hope I don't overshadow that pink too much, because I don't really want to overshadow that pink. So let's just see. It sort of makes sense, it having a green flip. If you can call this a gold shade with a green flip, it does sort of make sense, because I suppose if you want to blend it into the minty green, you want something that's of the same like colour family. Wowzers. I wouldn't normally use all these on the same look, but I really want to see how they all look together, hence why we're doing this. But so yeah, I wouldn't normally apply as many shades as possible, but I just want to see how it comes out. So say I can still see the pink, so I've not overshadowed the pink, which is good, because I didn't want to overshadow that pink, because I like the pink. So now we're going to take this extra special shade just here, which is Diamond's Desire, and I'm going to put that in the middle and hope that this doesn't overshadow too much of the other stuff I've done. These are the shades with Pat McGrath that I don't tend to be able to get right half the time. Oh yeah. She pretty. Wow. That is wow. Yeah. Wow. What I'd like to do in a future video is do a video where I try and use a combination of these shades and use these shades as if they're one palette. I would like to try and do that, but I'm not going to do it in this video, because I'm trying to use as many of these shades as I can. There's only 6, and it's like, well, that's magic in a palette, isn't it? Right, I'm just going to touch up where I feel like I've lost a bit of colour. I think I have slightly gone over the line on this side. You can see I've got a bit of gold on the top. But yeah, that's just wow. Absolute wowzer on that one. So now, say, just to use all the colours. I mean, I think I'll probably use this on my lower lash line. But I'm just going to take this one here just to see how it looks in the inner corner, even though I've got a lot of green in my inner corners. I'm still going to take this and just see what it would do to the look. just brightens it up a little bit. Let's say you probably don't need to do that, but yeah, just a inner corner highlight. I don't usually highlight my brow bone because it makes me look really weird. But yeah, wowzers. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to take some of, not Forever Charmed, Forbidden Amour, and I'm going to just put that underneath my eye on the lower lash line. No, I really like that. I think that's really nice. I mean, I wouldn't normally use this many colours. I'd probably try and do, I probably should have just done one look on each eye, a different look on each eye. Because I don't know if I'd necessarily go walking down the street like this. Because I feel like it's too many colours. As I say, I suppose you didn't have that problem with this one because it was more monochromatic. You know, these were all, without that blue, you could say that these were sort of in the same family. Whereas this one has got a lot more variety in it. As I say, these two sort of go together, but then it's just like, well, especially these three, it's like, where do I fit that in? So that's why it kind of looks a bit bizarre. But anyway, I'm going to zoom you guys back out and then we will go over my final thoughts on this release. So just bear with me. Okay, I'm back. I'm not really, let me just get that. Right, okay, I'm back. I'm not really a mascara girl, but I have just put a little bit on there just to complete the look, which you can see there. No, I'm happy with how this turned out, considering I was using all the colours. I don't really think I could have done much better with them. As I say, I think, though, to be honest, I'd try and keep them separate. I mean, or just use, if you use these two pinks and that for the inner corner, and then just maybe use one of these shades, or just two of them, rather than maybe that and that would go quite well together, or that and that. I don't know, but I don't think I'd use normally all the colours in one look. I don't think it looks too bad. I really have tried my best with it. That's the stool I'm sitting on. I really have tried my best, and I say I do like it. I can still see the pink, which is nice, because I don't like it when I like cover the matte shadows with a shimmer and then I can't see the original matte shadow. So yeah, no, I am very happy with this release. They look really nice. They look very, very nice together. They'll look nice together on your shelf. They haven't got anything on the spine, so you couldn't really stack them like books as such. But they are of a similar nature. So no, you can definitely like sit them on top of each other, and they'd look pretty sweet on your vanity. So yeah, packaging, yeah. So yeah, it's consistent with the first release on the packaging front. So no, I'm happy with that. It's nice. I mean, it's not got a bow on it this time. I mean, you can see, wow, it's got a bow there, but I mean, it's not got a bow. There's a bow here, and then this is like some cherubs and a brooch sort of design. So they're not identical, but they are enough that yeah, it'll be fine. So yeah, I like the packaging. Colour story, lovely. As I say, if you're looking for something with more variety than the first release, this is definitely for you. And you can try Pat's special like shimmery formulas, which is nice because say they are stunning colours and formulas. As I say, so yeah, if you wanted something a bit more monochromatic, then maybe stick with the first one because this is a bit more monochromatic for you. So yeah, and I say I think considering you get to try these formulas and this brand at this price point, I mean, £45 is a lot of money, but it's not as much as like £120 mothership. So yeah, I think this is a good option if you wanted to try, if you're new to Pat McGrath and you wanted to try the formulas. So yeah, love that. As I say, that's a great release. This, as I've mentioned, as I say, I'm not going to keep repeating myself, but the packaging, for me, it's not, I mean, I love the bow and the pink pastel colour. That is fine, as I say. I mean, so packaging's probably like a 6 out of 10 for me on this one, because, as I say, I'm not a fan of that. As far as the actual formula of the lipstick itself and the colour are concerned, I would definitely rate that. And I say it's about the product, not the packaging, really. I mean, says me, who'll buy like Colourpop releases because she likes the collaboration, that the people that they're collabing with, rather than the colours. Well, no, I only get it if I like the colours as well, but I'm just saying I am somewhat into packaging. But yeah, no, it's about the product at the end of the day, and this is a beautiful colour. And I can see myself reaching for this on a daily basis, as long as... No, I don't feel like it's going to move. I mean, it'll move because it's shiny, and I find shiny formulas like the Kissing formula of Charlotte Tilbury, and, you know, shiny formulas usually do move. But with a lip liner, maybe it might last half the day. Maybe. I'd have to test that, but yeah. So yeah, no. This... I'd say I think they should dock, you know, like £5 from the price, because of, at least because of that. But they are pretty, and they would look pretty on your vanity, no doubt about that. So I might pick up more colours if they're still available. Let me just see for you guys if they are still available. Editing Helen will have to work some magic here. Right, yeah, Belle of the Ball is still available, and it's £61. I thought I paid £45 for that. Don't quote me on that. I need to check how much I paid. But yeah, Belle of the Ball, which is the palette, is £61. £61. I'd probably wait for it to come on sale, unless you're worried it'll sell out. The lipsticks are all still available. £25. So the lipsticks are £25 and the palette is £61. Let's just see what I paid. I can tell you that ordering this collection was a very tense experience. I can tell you that for now, because I was away on holiday, and it was in a little town which didn't have good mobile reception, and I was there. I was actually waiting for it at launch. I was actually sat in the car waiting for it to tick down, and then it didn't want to work. So that was not my best time. Let's see, here we go. 24th of March. Yeah, so the palette was £50. The lipstick was £22. And then I got the £7.20 10% off at launch offer. So I got the lipstick and the palette for £64.80, which it looks like it was a very good deal compared to what we're on now. I don't know why the palette is so dear. Must have been a launch offer, and I knew the voucher code took money off, but I didn't know they were cheaper at launch anyway. I just add it to the bag. Yep, no, 60. So now these two items would cost me £86. And at launch I got them for £64.80. So that was a massive bargain, and I'm really, really glad I did that. But yeah, so maybe if you're not worried about them selling out, and you don't really, you know, I'd love to have them, but I'm not too worried if I don't get them, then maybe wait for a sale. But if you have to have them and you're worried about them selling out, then maybe grab them. But yeah, no, so solid release. As I say, packaging on the lipstick is the only disappointing thing for me, but the actual lipstick formula and colour and the actual palette and colours are spot on. So yeah, I really wanted to get this filmed as soon as possible for you guys and get it up, because I know people are going to want to know what it's like. I mean, there are probably loads of videos going up on this right now. But that's to be expected, because it is a really big launch for Pat, and I really hope it does well for her. So yeah, thank you for watching, and say thank you to my subscribers for sticking with me, because I know my content hasn't been, well, it's been absent of late, but this video is going up first, then the one that I filmed yesterday on the Revolution Lion King palette, well, not Lion King, I filmed this yesterday, which is, say, if you're a luxury brand person, then you won't be bothered about that, but if you're just a makeup enthusiast in general, then maybe you'd like to check that out. So say I filmed that yesterday, and I was talking about the Pat McGrath collection coming out, but obviously these two videos are going to be the other way around. But yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you, as I say, for my subscribers for sticking with me, and if you'd like to like and subscribe, I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.